All right, well, Aaron Gillespie here alongside head coach Jake McKinley, talking about the weekend that was and the weekend to come. First off, congratulations on the first series win of the year this past weekend against San Marcos. Took 2 of 3 from them. They've been ranked as high as 16 in some of the polls. What do you think the fast start means, and how are the guys feeling about it?
I think it just kind of affirms all the hard work that's been put in. I think it affirms, the effort in the recruiting process. The one thing we tell our guys a lot is that, it doesn't matter who you play, it matters how you play, and you just try to play the best you can against the baseball. And we did a really good job of that this week. That ballpark we played in is very pitcher friendly, and we're a pretty offensive group, so rather than getting extremely frustrated about the elements, our guys did a good job of making an adjustment. And when we consistently hit balls hard all weekend and kind of stuck to our approach. And so I think it shows the maturity of our team and that we are as good as we think we are.
Sure. And speaking of that pitching, you got some great outings out of a couple of new starters in Thomas Cox and Brett Solano. What did you see out of those 2 newcomers, and what were they doing that worked so well for them?
Yeah, and it was kind of a tale of 2 different outings. Thomas did a really good job of keeping them off balance. He was throwing his changeup for a strike, throwing the breaking ball for a strike, and he kind of got stronger as the outing progressed. But they had a hard time figuring him out. And then Brett, they looked like they were starting to figure him out maybe in the second inning, and then he started to get stronger as well, and the velocity almost looked like it was picking up. But both those guys, they excel when they pitch because they're just such good competitors. And so anytime San Marcos threatened those 2, they were able to shut it down. Just because, like I said, they're such good competitors, and obviously they have good stuff. So they did such a good job of keeping us in the game, and we expect them to kind of do that each and every time they go out.
Sure. And then to the offense, they were on fire all weekend, scoring 17 runs over 3 games, 33 hits, 12 extra base hits. You mentioned you're an offensive team in a pitcher's ballpark last weekend, but they really came through.
They really did, and I think a lot of the credit has to go to our assistant coaches for getting our hitters ready. One of the things that we did, and we researched the scouting reports pretty heavily going into the series, and we knew that San Marcos, they like to pitch backwards, and so we spent a couple weeks preparing our guys to hit breaking balls and fastball counts, and vice versa. And our guys, they bought in, and they did a great job, and so it kind of put the San Marcos guys, it kind of put their backs against the wall a little bit, because then we started seeing more fastballs and fastball counts, and our guys were ready to hit. And it was great because, top to bottom, everybody kind of had bought into that approach, which allowed us to get our bench in as well. And our bench guys did a great job too. So, I think, again, it just kind of shows the maturity of this group and the willingness to buy into something that may be a little unconventional, because we do it a little different here. And we're okay with our guys swinging out a 2-0 breaking ball, if they anticipate it coming. And our guys did a great job of that.
And then you had a couple of guys, Wes Hoskins and Adam Ochart, who've been a part of the program but haven't had a chance to suit up yet. They had huge weekends, and then you had Dan Comstock coming off an injury, had a big weekend as well. Those 3 maybe will be a big part of this offense. What did you see out of them this weekend?
Oh, man, Adam did such a great job. He pinch hit in game 1, came up in a huge spot, and he worked a deep count and sprayed a ball into right field. And then he obviously led off game 2 with a home run. He's a pretty mature kid, and he did a good job of getting himself good pitches to hit. He was spoiling pitches with 2 strikes, and then Wes, same thing. Wes came through, got 3 or 4 times in the weekend in big spots, and I think he got 5 RBIs in the weekend. And then Comstock is Comstock. It's every time he swung the bat, it was crushed. And so I think it kind of affirmed that he really is one of the best hitters on the West Coast, and I'm referring to Division 1, 2, 3, NAI. It doesn't matter. He's extremely polished, and all weekend, no matter what they threw, he was barreling it.
And now, looking forward, you open up at home this weekend, 3-game set against Bethesda. What do you know about Bethesda, and are you excited to get back home?
Yeah, anytime you can play at home, it's great. Like we've talked about all the renovations here, it's going to be awesome to play at home. And Bethesda's going to be good. We know that They're a pretty offensive group themselves, and our ballpark's a little more hitter friendly than most. So I think it's going to come down to whoever pitches better this weekend. And so we'll focus this week on making sure we're keeping the ball down from a pitching standpoint and effectively changing speeds. And at the same time, offensively, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. Our guys have done such a good job just buying into the approach, and they're centering balls. So we'll just keep doing that, and we'll let the results take care of themselves. We'll just play against the baseball.
Absolutely, great strategy. Looking forward to the weekend. Best of luck, Coach.
Thank you so much.